Hello, and welcome to Dungeons and Magi, where we open our handbooks, open our minds, and more importantly, we roll the damn dice. As always, I'm your GM Cade, or you may call me the Viking GM. We are here with our series finale of Delta Green, the last of our four-parter, seeing what chaos lasts and what happens, what is truly happening here. Um, so, yeah, last we left off, everybody went through, let's just say, a lot of chaos, to sum it up. And we ended in we ended with some illusions, some visions that maybe Richard's behind this, maybe. And we ended inside the bakery with you hearing the voice of Richard saying, I tried to stop it. Or for those listening, I believe I said Eric, same person. Dual personalities. So, the steel door at the end of the ink-stained hallway hums, not with electricity, but with something older, heavier. The sound is low and resonant, vibrating through the floorboards, through bone, through thought. The walls pulse once with the rhythm of a heartbeat that doesn't belong to anyone present. Then, the lights cut out. Not darkness, absence. The kind that feels like falling backward into nothing. As your vision returns, you kind of blink and your eyes adjust. The doors open. You look, and beyond is not a room, but an impossible horizon, a flat expanse of deep, mirrored water stretching into black fog. Every ripple reflects faces, some familiar, some unknown, some warped into things that shouldn't exist. The air tastes faintly metallic, like coins pressed to the tongue. At the center of the water, a single shape stands on the surface, as if it were solid ground. It's Richard. His clothes are wrong for the world you left. Half recognition, half dissonance. The lighting never quite catches his face the same way twice. Sometimes he's standing still. Sometimes he's shifting positions between blinks like skipped frames in a film reel. The water beneath him reacts in a way that air does not, sending rings outward, but the rings distort in pattern, breaking into jagged, impossible geometry before vanishing. A whisper returns, or a whisper threads through the fog, not directional, not human. The words overlap, out of sync.
Rewritten, residual.
The mirror water reflects not just Richard, but two versions of him. One a step closer to you, one a step farther into the fog. Neither reflection moves in perfect unison. As you watch, the black fog around him pulls back just far enough to reveal something tall, standing further out on the horizon, featureless, motionless, watching. Then the door frame begins to bleed ink, thick and fast, pulling around your boots. The metal groans. The opening is collapsing in on itself. Whatever brought him here doesn't plan to keep it open long. Richard's back, The world feels heavier for it, and somewhere far off, something in the narrative shifts like a page turning in a book you didn't open. And again, this is collapsing. Richard, first of all, which of you is coming out? The one above the water or the one in the water? You can assume which one is which.
I think Eric comes out.
Okay. So above the water, you take a break for, you run for it as the room collapses.
Yeah.
Because it's trying to seal you in.
Yeah, I think I'm running, and I'm like yelling out to everybody.
You're running on water, super like Jesus coded.
My ninja jutsu.
Just running, and you dive as it collapses. And you all stand there as you see Richard get up from the ground, / Eric get up from the ground. Not wet at all. Looks just like they did before.
What in the name is going on here?
You tell me.
Gun.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
I pointed at Richard.
You have
I tackle her.
exactly 30 seconds to explain where you've been and why you just came out of that video arcade, whatever is going on here.
You think I fucking know?
You have a better idea than we do.
I was multiple things at once, but also nothing at once. I don't know. I have no idea.
God. I am not drunk enough to deal with this.
All of a sudden, Richard, the air buckles. No words are spoken aloud, but something presses into each of your skulls at once, like a needle injecting thought directly into the folds of your brain. It isn't language at first, it's sensation. The drag of salt water against skin. The hum of machines breathing in sync with a heartbeat. The taste of copper and paper. Then the sensations align and you know. He wasn't gone in the way you thought. He was kept. Not in a place, but inside a draft. A chapter that had been written and erased over and over until it wasn't a memory anymore, just a loop of unfinished scenes. Richard, you remember being in towns that never existed, missions that started but never ended, conversations that froze mid-sentence while something watched from between the lines. It fed you roles to play. Hero, villain, traitor, savior, testing which one fits the narrative's arc. Every choice, every emotion was written and rewritten until you didn't even know what was real. You remember being the author, not as a person, but as a position, a seat at the desk where the story decided itself, and then a break, a fire in the pages. The match Wayne struck didn't just burn wood and nail, it burned control. The loops collapsed. The draft space tore open. For the first time, you weren't a line of text waiting to be read. You were off the page. The final image all of you see in your minds is a massive book closing shut in slow motion. Its cover is blank, but a single name is carved into the spine over and over, each in different hand. Eric, 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 until the last engraving, deep and final, reads Richard. The feeling leaves as suddenly as it came, like the air releasing a long-held breath. And Richard is standing here, eyes clear, no longer a ghost in someone else's story.
The hell
I-
was that?
I remember a lot and nothing at the same time.
Okay.
Things happened that didn't happen, and then fire. I remember heat, and then I was here.
Alright. I'm just rubbing my eyes. I don't know whether we should trust you or not. Because
I reserve the right to shoot you if you step one toe out of line.
I gently take the gun away from Margaret. Okay.
I would.
Good luck with that.
I will grip the gun tighter.
Margaret, just give it your gun.
No, I don't know if you should trust me.
You want to prove that you're on our side?
How?
Follow me, everyone. We leave the bakery and we go out into the town main. I'm assuming this is out in the town street. I look for a
Oh
liquor store
hell! What is he up to?
or a grocery store, some kind that sells hard liquors.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Oh
Okay.
god!
How wild have you guys gotten in my assumed absence?
I ran the car through my house, shot the neighbor.
All right,
Blew up
give me
the-
the gun. I'll
blew
rob
up
the
the
fucking
Jeep.
store. I'll prove it's me.
Oh god!
And I'm looking
Okay.
around for a liquor store, or a place where there is hard liquors.
This is child play for me.
No offense, Eric. I'm not letting you have a gun.
I hope you
Something.
guys
I can't
understand.
do it at fist point.
At this point, we don't need to rob it because they're not stopping us.
Mm.
I need.
Fire does.
Oh,
If
come on,
fire seems to be
Janice,
helping.
let's
I can
let
burn the
it
place to the
out.
ground.
Okay, so the bakery door creaks open, spilling you into the cooling night. The air outside feels different, lighter, but not safer. Like stepping off a stage where the lights have gone out, but the audience is still there watching in the dark. The street is empty. No neighbors, no movement, only the faint echo of your own footsteps.
Hmm.
One by one, you instinctively reach for your field journals that you've carried since the start. Wait, don't open them yet. Those battered notebooks where the mission has been recorded in a hurried handwriting, blood smears, and hastily sketched diagrams. The paper smells faintly of ink and sweat, some pages still warped from rain. And as you open them, every page is blank. No mission notes, no evidence logs, no sketches, no list of names, no clues about anything. Until you look at the last page. Everybody please flip to the last page. Where it says, it's better if you forget.
What the hell is this?
Hmm.
Better if you forget.
And as you read that, there's a faint pressure at the base of your skull, like a suggestion, gentle but heavy, pulling at the edges of your thoughts. And for a heartbeat, just a heartbeat, each of you feels the truth of it. Forgetting would be easier, safer, cleaner. The wind stirs, the blank pages flutter, and then the pressure fades, and the words remain. This is why you couldn't use your notebooks.
Oh, I was about to say, I'm like, you made such a big deal about it. You didn't put anything in here. I kind of shake it off, and I'm like, I take the notebook and it's yeah, whatever. I'm not a big fan of. I just saying that out loud. I'm not a fan of ignorance is bliss. Let's find that. Let's find some booze. I'll look for a bar. I look for a grocery store or.
Which one do you want?
Ooh.
Bars aren't a big thing here.
Yeah. I'd say a grocery store
Or a liquor store.
or a liquor store. Yeah.
Which in Georgia they're called package stores.
Package store.
Yeah.
Package store then. Thank you. That's a weird name for it.
It is.
It's from the Prohibition time.
Yeah. It's so they could hide the liquor. Okay. So, Willowbrook Pines isn't the kind of place that should have a liquor store. It's too curated, too family friendly. But after a few blocks of driving past the same street corner twice, past a mailbox that appears to change numbers each time you see it, a squat brick building with a buzzing neon sign, Johnson's Package Store. Established 1951. Open late.
I pull in and I park in the handicap spot, crooked.
Okay. Right in
God.
front of Johnson's Package.
Yep.
The front windows are plastered with outdated beer posters, brands no one's seen in decades. A bell hangs crooked over the glass door, swaying though there's no wind. You go inside?
Yep. I
Yep.
go in,
Oh, yeah.
I see if I
Okay.
see John.
That's a roll. Ding, 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 ding. And it's that old, like, bell that hits when the door... inside, the air is stale and heavy, with the scent of old wood, dust, and something faintly chemical. The place is lit by yellow bulbs that hum unevenly,
Ow.
casting long, warped shadows over shelves of bottles. Whiskey, gin, vodka, some labels familiar, others have names that feel almost right but aren't, like Old Crowthorne Rye or Pine Hollow No. 6. Behind the counter stands a man in a faded flannel shirt, jaw slack, eyes unfocused, as if he's been waiting there for years for someone to walk in. A small TV on the wall behind him plays static, broken by half-second flashes of pages turning. Near the register, a handwritten sign reads, "We don't check ID, we check intent." Somewhere in the back of the store, glass rattles and bottles, faint, rhythmic, like something walking between the aisles.
I look to everybody else. Okay, let's go shopping. And I just head down the whiskey aisle.
Okay.
I'm going down the vodka aisle.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm looking for the highest percentage alcohol.
I'm staying
We
by
should
the
have-
phone.
Yeah, you could say by John, the creepy liquor store owner.
If you want
Don't
something
drink.
that burns, look for Everclear.
Everclear it is.
Okay. So let's start with Wayne. The whiskey aisle smells like oak, varnish, and bad decisions left in a barrel too long. Bottles line the shelves in neat military rows. Labels, aged, frayed, or just slightly wrong. It's like someone who'd heard of whiskey once tried to recreate it from memory. As you scan the options, each name a strange parody of something familiar. You see Jack Dollard, Old No. 8, printed proudly across the label. Taste best when mixed with lukewarm cola and regret. You then see Gentleman Jackal. Comes with a warning. May cause sudden urges to prowl the neighborhood at night. You see Mild Turkey. A 79.5 proof bourbon that insists it's wild at heart while wearing a sweater vest. You see Evan Wildew. The label promises good enough for company you don't like. You see James Olds. Triple distilled Irish style whiskey bottled with a tagline, maybe not. You see Four Roses, but it's all one word. Each rose on the label looks progressively more wilted, and the fourth one appears to be screaming. You see bullet points, Frontier whiskey made for decisions you can't take back, Maker's marked, same red wax seal, but the seal drips upward instead of down, and Woodent's branch, aged in barrels carved from the wrong kind of tree. But one bottle catches your eye on the top shelf. Old Foreboding. Aged indefinitely in a cask that no one has opened since 1913. The label says only, "It remembers you." And as you grab it, the glass is warm to the touch.
I started. I grabbed a few of the mild turkey. The what was it? The
Jack Doller, Gentleman Jackal.
I grabbed a Gentleman Jackal, Jack Dollard,
Jacked off.
Maker's Marked. And I just kind of like, okay. Look around, see if there's any tequila or something like that.
On this aisle.
And I kind of go to join John.
Okay, John, what are you looking for?
Vodka.
Okay. So the vodka aisle hums faintly, colder than the rest of the store, as if the air here has been refrigerated not for freshness, but to keep something inside from waking up. The bottles gleam under the yellow lights, clear and frosted glass lined up like soldiers in parade formation. But the labels are off. Not wrong enough to scream fake, just wrong enough to whisper it. The first thing you see is Grey Goose, distilled in the finest Canadian pond water. The goose on the label looks angry. Next you see Tito's Hand Wash, handcrafted for questionable hygiene, may remove paints, enamel, and dignity. You see Smirking Off. Each bottle sports a photo of someone giving you a patronizing grin. You see Absolutely Not. Same iconic bottle, but the umlaut floats around like it can't decide where to land. You see Stolishnyep. The tagline says, "For when you know better." Every word on the back label is redacted. You see Belvedere, a frosted bottle showing a tree, except the branches are fingers. You see Sky-ish, an almost recognizable blue bottle that insists it's close enough. You see Zardboard, economy vodka in a square bottle that creaks when you pick it up. And Crystal Skull-ish. The glass skull's jaw is slightly opened as if it's about to whisper something you don't want to hear. And near the end of the row, there's one lone bottle by itself on a shelf. White silence. No label, no branding, just a faint frost inside the glass, shifting like smoke. When you pick it up, you swear it's lighter than air. The cap is sealed with wax that looks disturbingly like human skin.
Gonna grab a little bit of everything, especially that white silence.
Okay.
Of course you would.
Anybody else?
I'm looking for Everclear.
Okay. The Everclear isn't with the whiskeys or vodkas. It's been shoved onto a short metal end cap, like it really is, in every store. Like the store doesn't quite trust it to mingle with the others. The bottles here sit under a single buzzing fluorescent tube that flickers just fast enough to make the liquid inside seem to pulse. The branding is almost right. You see a few different versions. Never clear. Clear as water, but the label warns, do not drink if you wish to remember tomorrow. The next one says Forever Clear. Promises permanent clarity, though the fine print at the bottom says definition of clarity may vary wildly. The next is Ever Queer. Rainbow foil label, tagline strong enough to change you twice. The next is Ender Clear. Stamped with an hourglass symbol, the back label simply reads, "It runs out before you do." Then there's Overclear. The proof number has been scribbled out in pen and replaced with the word yes. And at the very end of the row, half hidden behind a box of plastic shot glasses, is a bottle you don't remember picking up. It says Clear Cut. The liquid inside is so pure it distorts the glass into odd angles, like a funhouse mirror. The cap has no threads, just a smooth surface, and it's warm in your hand. The label looks handwritten in pencil for erasing mistakes or people. And the longer you hold it, the more you feel like something inside the bottle is watching back.
I take my arms and I scoop up as much as I can carry.
Okay?
I'm looking for
Okay. I'm sorry, the Everqueer got me to giggle.
it was good.
Change you twice. Maybe Wayne should drink it. Everqueer.
Yes.
He'll really love John. So, the rum section sits in a dimmer corner of the store, of course. The floor is sticky underfoot, as if years of spilled sugar have crystallized into the tiles themselves. The air smells faintly of molasses and something sharper, like varnish. Every bottle catches the light differently, glass refracting in fractured rainbows. The labels are familiar but warts through some unseen filter. You have Captain Morbid. The smiling sea captain on the label stares just a little too long and his eyes follow you down the aisle. There's Sailor Doomed. The tagline says bottled at the bottom. The cork looks damp. There's Bacarnage. Premium Caribbean rum for festive violence. The label art shows a beach party on fire. There's Parrot Head's Regrets. The parrot's beak is open in a silent scream. There's Kraken's. Same tentacle design, but the arms are reaching through the paper label like they're trying to get out. There's Myers Last. Black rum in a bottle that's colder than the rest. The black label simply reads one too many. There's Malibu'd. White bottle, idyllic beach scene, except the ocean is blood red at sunset. And Rhonda Void. The tagline says you're not drinking this, it's drinking you. And at the very end of the shelf is a short, squat bottle sitting apart from the rest. Dead calm. Clear rum in a glass so thin it almost flexes when held. The liquid inside barely moves even when shaken. A single phrase is etched into the glass itself, not printed. For the crossing you don't return from. And if you set it back down, the air in the aisle feels just slightly heavier, like the ocean pressing in from all sides.
This is gonna be a hell of a fucking ride. Alright, I take a little bit of everything, including that
Okay?
special one. That I'm just like, you're gonna do something, aren't you? I look at the bottle and say that.
Margaret, are you doing anything?
I'm staying at the front of the store with my hands clutched to not move because I am a recovering alcoholic.
So, I kind of lead everybody to the checkout. Stand in front of, I'm assuming that's Joan?
So, while the others disappear into the aisles, you stay near the front doors, leaning against the counter with arms crossed. The air feels heavier, thicker, like the dust itself is watching. From your position, you can see the whole store in warped reflection through the convex security mirror mounted in the corner. But the reflections don't match the present. Sometimes your teammates aren't where they actually stand. Sometimes their movements are a second too late, and sometimes they aren't there at all. The clerk behind the counter hasn't moved. His hands rest perfectly still on the glass countertop, fingertips pale and stiff. The TV above his head continues in static stutter, interrupted by half-second flashes of photographs, never long enough to study, but you swear you see yourself in one. The doorbell jingles faintly without opening. No breeze, no footsteps, just the sound. On the counter near your elbow, there's a stack of matchbooks with the store's name printed in crooked red ink. Johnson's Package Store. Forget responsibly.
I take a few of them.
Okay. You grab it. You flip one open. Every match head is blackened, as if it had already been burned. Yet the sulfur smell is strong, fresh, and immediate. Outside the front windows, the streetlights seem to have crept closer to the building, their pale halos pressing against the glass like moths drawn to the flame.
I'm just standing there, noticing all those little things, waiting for everybody to come check out to get out of the store.
I go up to the front and I kind of wait for everybody, and I go to
Everybody has hands full of everything.
All right, good choices, everybody. And I look over at Janice. I'm not the biggest fan of rum, but you know, hey, to each his own. We won't be drinking these, not really, but anywho. I go up to the
I
counter.
certainly hope not.
I put my stuff down on the counter and I move aside for everyone else.
Okay? Everybody's putting
Oh,
their
good.
stuff
It's
down?
all
I
on
look
Elliot.
at him and I tip my head and I walk out the front door.
Okay.
I follow.
I look at the.
I'm following. I've
look
got
at,
arms full.
at the clerk. And I was like, "Would you happen to be Mr. Johnson?"
So
Shit's getting wild.
this is like the ship all over again.
Why would I pay?
So as Richard and Janice push through the glass door, the bell above it giving a warped, slow ding as you step into the darkening street outside. The air beyond the threshold feels muted, like sound has been wrapped in cloth. Inside, you stand at the counter, arms loaded with bottles as you set them down, looking at the man behind. The clerk's eyes don't shift, his jaw hanging slack, like he's mid-word but forgot what comes next. And as you ask him, you, Mr. Johnson, he doesn't blink. For a long moment, there's no movement at all. Just a low electric hum of the store lights. Then, in a voice that sounds like it's being played from an old cassette tape left too long in the sun, he answers, "He was." No inflection, no warmth, just those two words sliding across the countertop like a receipt. His gaze drops, not to your face, but to the bottles, and his lips twitch, almost forming a smile before flattering again. "The owner isn't here anymore, but he still checks inventory." As he says it, one of the security mirrors mounted into the corner shifts. Not a reflection of the store now, but of a man in a pressed white shirt and narrow tie, standing outside in the streetlight haze, looking in through the front window. The clerk doesn't turn to look. "If you see him, tell him to go home." The lights above you flicker once. These bottles suddenly feel heavier, and somewhere far in the back of the store, a single bottle falls,
I just
shattering
gather.
the silence.
I gather up as much as I can. I look at John. Let's go. Tell Mr. Johnson. Just put it on her tab, and I just rush out the door.
I follow with bottles.
Okay.
Glad you're caught up.
Yeah, I was gonna do something else, but that guy gave me the creeps. Okay.
I
Ethan-
whisper something to Elliot that I did PM you.
And as you guys rush out, you kind of look back for a second, And now that clerk is staring at you through the window.
I think it's time for us to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, do we need cloth, or are we just gonna set this all up at once?
No, we need some cloth. We need some cloth. Let's just go find a general store or something, or somebody wants to surrender some
I
clothing.
mean, there's cloth at the houses. The
Yes.
I take off the jacket
Curtains.
I'm wearing.
Yeah.
Okay,
let's just
everybody else?
burn a
And
whole
I
bunch
take
of
out the
shit.
matchbooks.
Smart thinking.
I
Honestly,
then
one of us have to
motion.
have the brain.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess I'll take my shirt off.
We're fine. We're not in Venice Beach here. We're good.
Oh,
We
we
need
all know
cloth,
you like me
right?
to take my shirt off.
Yeah, we need cloth. Or
Of
towels.
all the things we've done, I think walking around shirtless is the least of our concerns.
That's fair.
At least
I
in my
take
case.
off the obvious scrubs and I have a tank top on underneath. I'm like, here.
Okay. I take I rip off a piece of the scrub, open the bottle of I take a vodka or something. Open it up, kind of stick it in.
Oh, we are making
I hold
those.
it over. I hold it up for Margaret. I was like, "Can you give me a light, please?"
I light the match.
Okay.
We're starting here?
Oh, this is gonna be
I grab
big.
it
No,
first.
no. As you let, I see you grabbing it, but I pull it away, and I hand it to Richard. You want to be? You say you're on our side?
Take it.
Burn the liquor store down.
Fuck it. I throw it. I throw it in the window.
Seth Rollins just comes out.
And you turn around. I already got 4 Molotovs made out of the stuff I ripped off my shirt. Richard got some experience making these.
Okay.
Well, I bet.
So, the moment the match flares, the air changes. Heat and shadow bending together, the flame catches instantly, racing down the fabric with a hungry hiss. Through the window, the clerk doesn't move. His pale hands remain pressed flat to the counter, head slightly tilted, eyes locked, not on Richard, but past him, at something else out in the dark. The bottle arcs through the air, spinning once, twice, then shatters against the inside wall just left of the counter. The fire isn't orange. It blooms white, then deep crimson, bleeding outward like ink dropped in water. Flames crawl in unnatural patterns up against gravity, circling the clerk without touching him, etching curling symbols into the scorched wall. Glass pops, labels blister and peel. The smell of alcohol and sugar burns thick and sharp, laced with something chemical and wrong like hot plastic. The clerk finally looks down at the fire, licking towards his shoes. His expression doesn't change. Inventory completes. Then the windows black out from the inside, as if painted over in one smooth stroke, sealing the fire and the clerk into a darkness that swallows even the light of the flames. And the door locks.
All right.
All right then.
So,
We must continue on our mission to break this system and stop whatever this is so we can get out.
So
In
I
order
will
to-
drive
and I
and
look to
you
Richard.
all can throw.
I looked at Richard. If you haven't figured it out, we're in some kind of one of those fancy computer programs. It's like that movie Tron. You remember that? Big hit a couple of years. Big hit.
when did we get put...
I don't know.
It's been a fucking wild ride.
Well, time to
Uh,
break it then.
Yep.
That's the only.
We're breaking
what
the
we're gonna
system.
do, and this, I looked to everybody else. If you're in agreement, we're gonna cause a little bit more chaos, and then we're
I've
going
got a life to get
back
back
to the
to.
corporation. That's where this
The-
started. And that's where we'll end it.
So this is
Yeah.
when you need to make sure not all the bottles are thrown, please.
Oh,
Yeah.
we'll
Plan.
save it. We'll save
I
it
grabbed a
for
lot of
that-
them,
for the-
so
for those corporate me's there.
But
uh,
You guys can have the fun throwing and lighting. I will drive so that someone sensible doesn't crash into another building.
first of all, I did that on purpose. I looked at Richard.
Sec-
Oh yeah, by the way, I ran through the car. I ran the car into my house.
nice.
You said that.
So this is what we'll do. Let's drive around,
Why do you make a
light it, and we'll throw it. Let's set the town on fire, ladies. As I looked at Janice and Margaret.
I'm holding my hand out for the keys.
Yeah, here.
Thank you.
What sticks a bit, just let you know.
Do you forget what I do?
I'm just saying, it's a friendly
Okay.
reminder.
So, you peel away from the liquor store. The smell of burning alcohol still clinging to your clothes. The glow of the fire shrinking in the rearview mirror. The plan is in your heads. Burn it all. Level Willowbrook Pines to the dirt. Streetlights whip by. Streetlights whip by. Streetlights whip by. The same one. Over. And over. And over. The road doesn't bend anymore. It just pulls forward like a flat treadmill of asphalt under the car. The horizon doesn't change. The stars overhead start blinking. Not twinkling, blinking. In perfect synchronization, like they're looking down at the wrong moment. The dashboard lights sputter, flicker, then reverse. The fuel gauge climbs past full. The speedometer needle spins freely until it shatters the glass and points straight at the floorboards. And then black. Instant, absolute, no transition. It feels like falling into your own eyelids. When your vision returns, you're still in the car, but everyone is sitting in the wrong seat. The gear shift is gone. The windows are gone. The doors are gone. Instead, the car is parked in a room. 4 walls, no ceiling. The light is too bright to see what's above. The floor is wet under the tires. Not puddled water, but a slick, faintly red sheen that smells like rust and pennies. The walls are close, and on those walls, photographs. Hundreds of them. Thousands. Every single picture is of you all. But not from today. Not from Willowbrook. Snapshots from your lives that you never took. From places you've never been. From events you don't even remember surviving. And in every photo, someone else is there. Just behind you. A tall, thin figure. Its head is always tilted to one side. And its hands are always closer to your throats than they should be. The radio bursts to life. Full volume, all at once, blaring a deafening, distorted laugh track. The photographs on the wall start to bleed ink. The faces smearing into black shapes. That ink drips to the floor and crawls towards the car like it's alive, climbing the tires in thin, twitching veins. The steering wheel turns by itself, slowly, until it's locked at a 90-degree angle. From the front windshield, which wasn't there a moment ago, a face presses forward from the wrong side of the glass. Not through it, just inside it. It's Eric. But his eyes aren't eyes anymore. They're pages. Flipping in slow motion, words scratched out in frantic loops. His mouth opens wider than human, and the sound that comes out is a voice that you've heard before. Your own. Each of your voices layered into a single broken chorus. We're not done. The walls slam inward, and then black. You wake up. Engine off. Car parked in front of Ellie's Bakery. Your field journals in your laps. Every page is gone again. Just that single line. It's better if you forget.
I take the notebook and I'm just like, you know what? I just throw it down. forget this. Not that.
Paper burns.
Yes, it does.
Do we still have our alcohol?
Nope. It's like you
Did
were
my
never
shirt
there.
come back?
Nope. They're still shirtless.
I looked at
They
the
still have the
others.
matches.
No.
You're in front of the bakery?
Yeah.
I go into the bakery.
Okay.
I
Margaret.
follow
I-
just so
I
she's
start-
not alone.
Yeah,
I start tearing pages out of the notebook and crumpling them up.
Hmm.
Kindling.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, might as well if they're empty.
I'm gonna go directly to the oven and the stove.
I'm right on her heels just so she's not getting sucked into something alone.
I'm right there with her as I'm like stuffing the crumples into my pocket.
Fine, bring up the rear.
Yeah, I'll start
Okay.
ripping up the pages of the book too. The notebook.
Okay. So. The bell above the bakery door gives its perfect, polite ding as you step inside. The air is familiar, warm bread, sugar crust, a trace of cinnamon, but it lands on you like a memory you don't quite believe anymore. The place is exact, too exact. The chalkboard menu hasn't changed since before the Valence Op. Same specials, same doodles, same misplaced apostrophe and raspberry tarts that you swore you fixed 100 times. The counters lined with loaves, each identical, not just in shape, but down to the exact same crack along the crust, the exact same curl in the scoring, like they were stamped, not baked. As the others fan out, you notice a photo on the wall you don't remember hanging. You in Ellie's apron, smiling behind the counter. Only in the photo, the bakery outside the window isn't this bakery. It's somewhere else entirely, and you're alone. Then you realize every other photo on the wall is just you. No customers, no staff, no background life at all. Just you posed in different aprons, holding different trays of bread in different versions of the same shop. The light from the window shifts, narrowing like the sun outside is falling unnaturally fast. The door to the kitchen is ajar. From the dark beyond comes a slow, deliberate scraping, metal against wood. Not in rhythm, not in a hurry, just enough to dig under the skin. All of you turn towards the sound. But Margaret doesn't. She's staring at the countertop where a small stack of name tags has appeared. Blank, except for the top one, which reads in careful, identical handwriting. Margaret, the sleeper. Ellie, the sleeper. The ink is still wet. From the kitchen doorway, something moves. Tall, narrow, too long in the limbs. It leans just far enough into the light that the shape of its head is visible. It's wearing your face, Ellie's face, exactly. The front bell rings, and when the rest of you turn toward the door, the street outside isn't Willowbrook anymore. It's an endless row of hollow earth bakeries, each with Margaret standing motionless inside looking out at you. The bell rings again, and from the kitchen, in your own voice, but lower, almost subterranean.
Sir,
lights go out, and something in the dark smiles back. Currently, you guys are in pitch black.
I pulled the gun from my waist instinctively.
When did you get the gun back?
I took it from Margaret.
He stole it from me.
Technically, you stole it from me.
No, I asked for it.
And then I took it back because it's my gun.
Alrighty.
How close was I to the other?
From me to you. But in between you is that creature.
Only she sees it, or we all see it?
So far, she's the only one that saw it. You all have seen the other Ellies outside.
I take out my flashlight and I turn it on.
Fuck.
What?
Well, my idea won't work.
What's up?
Let's just not go to the kitchen.
What were you planning on doing?
Blowing up the bakery
How?
gas line.
What was that?
Something
so you don't wanna
unlocked.
Go in the kitchen.
No, that was Janice. That was your flashlight turning on.
Oh, that was my
Okay.
flashlight turning on.
The
Okay.
click of your flashlight is deafening in the dark.
So tell me, why can't we go into the kitchen?
Do you really want to know?
I really
I look
because
toward.
like the
I
idea
shine my
of-
flashlight towards the kitchen.
I slowly back away.
I'm pointing my gun at where Janice is pointing the flashlight at.
Okay. As you click on the flashlight and the beam slices through the black like a scalpel, the circle of light falls directly into the open gap of the kitchen doorway. Flour dust hangs in the air, too thick, too heavy, coiling in lazy spirals as if the air itself is moving wrong. The light catches the stainless steel prep tables inside, all spotless, except the far counter where something is moving. It's small at first, just the slow mechanical rise and fall of dough being kneaded. The pale mound folds and turns under invisible hands, rhythmic, deliberate. But as the beam steadies on it, the dough bulges in the middle, splitting just enough to reveal something wet inside, pulsing in time with a heartbeat. The floor glistens, not with water, too dark. It reflects the light in thin, oily streaks that lead out of sight into the corners. Janice, your beam sweeps right, catching the far wall. Lined floor to ceiling with baking racks. Every rack holds a single perfect loaf. The crusts rise in identical shapes, but their color is wrong. Too red at the seams, almost bruised. Then the beam catches something else. In the back of the kitchen, between two racks, a tall, thin figure stands facing the wall, motionless. Its head is tilted at a sharp angle, neck too long, like it's listening to something inside the plaster. It turns before the light even reaches its face. It's Ellie. But not. Her smile is stretched far too wide. Skin at the corners of her mouth cracked and dark. Her hands, longer now, hanging just past her knees. Fingertips twitching with an almost insect-like tremor. She takes one slow step forward. The sound of her barefoot peeling off the wet floor echoes far louder than it should. From somewhere inside the kitchen, low and inhuman, a voice mutters through the flour-filled air. Order. Up. and every loaf on the rack behind her inhales at once, and you hear. And your flashlight goes dark.
I shoot. 'Cause
Time to go!
I'm already pointing where that thing was where the flashlight is, so I'm more or less confident where it is. I fire off a single shot at it.
The flashlight sputters, just a quick strobe, and then dies, plunging the bakery into choking, flour-heavy blackness. There's a single wet step from the kitchen. Bang! Wayne's gun cracks through the dark, the muzzle flash flaring for half a heartbeat. In that strobe of light, you all see her. Ellie's not at the far end of the kitchen anymore. She's right in front of the doorway, mouth gaping wider than a jaw should open, like an anaconda opening its mouth. Flour plastered across her face like a death mask. Her eyes are two blinding pinpoints reflecting the gun's flash, fixed directly on Wayne. The shot echoes, the smell of powder mixing with the sour scent of the bakery. Then silence. No sound of a body falling. No footsteps retreating. Just a faint creak of something shifting above you, like weight moving across the ceiling beams. And then, from every direction at once, kitchen, ceiling, even behind the counter, Ellie's voice layered and wrong.
Serve.
I yell out, "We need to get out of here!"
Keep in mind, it's pitch black.
I've already been backing away kind of towards the door. Because I would be pretty much the only one that would know the layout of the bakery, right?
Like, where are we going? We need to get out of here.
I keep pushing people back, and I'm gonna go to Wayne. Give me the gun.
Keep in mind, you guys can't see each other. It is so black you can't see the hand in front of your face.
So I smack him in the face?
Oh, fucking hell. Anybody else got their fucking flashlight on them?
No,
Right.
because people would let us grab shit.
Damn it.
Yeah, Wayne.
We need to get out of here. Try and get that flashlight working as I'm like trying to back away to where I
What do you
the
think I'm
door is.
doing?
In the suffocating black, Wayne feels it. A single fingertip, ice cold, too dry, brushing the hairline at the back of his neck. Not a jab, not a grab, just a light, deliberate pressure of someone testing the shape of you. The touch lingers for half a second, then slowly trails down your spine. Your body heat spikes where it passes, every nerve under the skin screaming that whatever's behind you is too close. There's no breath on your ear, no sound of movement, just the quiet dragging contact until it stops dead, right between your shoulder blades. Then in a whisper so close it vibrates through your bones rather than your ears.
Too rare. Needs more heat.
I instinctively like turn and try and like strike my elbow at whatever is behind me.
Nothing.
Okay, it's getting really close. We need an exit now.
I'm still trying to back up, trying to think of where he traced my steps, and calling to Wayne to give me the gun. I don't know where he is, and I'm reaching around, so if I hit anyone, I'm sorry, but you're going to get hit.
The overhead fluorescent lights snap on all at once, blinding, sterile, humming their usual low buzz. The flour in the air is gone. The smell of gunpowder's gone. The wet floor is dry. The kitchen stands just like it should. Stainless steel counters, clean baking racks, dough resting in bowls, no red seams, no pulsing, no long limp figures. Margaret, you're behind the counter in your apron, hair tied back mid-sentence as if nothing had interrupted you. Talking about you running the pastries earlier in the morning. There's no hole in the wall where Wayne fired. No smell of burnt powder clinging to your hands. The gun in your grip is holstered. The flashlight works when clicked on, steady, bright, unblinking. The bell above the door hangs still. The chalkboard menu's ordinary. The window shows only a quiet, sunlit street. Everything is normal. Except for one thing. On the floor where Wayne is standing is a single, perfect fingerprint in flour, right at the back of where his neck had been.
You wouldn't notice it. We would.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm commenting on everything I'm seeing.
What is
What's
that?
going on? Okay.
There's a print. I
Where?
poke it.
Where?
Right there.
Where?
I'm poking it.
Oh, there?
Right there.
Get off
Yeah.
me.
I try to wipe it.
Comes off, it's flour.
It's
Okay,
flour.
Listen, are we doing something at the bakery? Are we blowing it up? What are we doing?
I look towards the door,
What door?
the kitchen door.
Okay.
Do I see anything?
You say door.
Are there windows on the door?
No.
I go up to the door and quietly and slowly push the door open.
Looks like a normal kitchen. All your stuff ready, it's prepped like it's normally kept.
I go find the gas line behind the oven.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow and hold the door open so it doesn't slam shut on her.
Okay. Oh, it's a double door, like a standard,
Okay.
standard kitchen door. It moves both ways so people can come in and out.
And then I look for something that I can use to
I
start
mean,
a
you would
fire.
have a torch for like bruleeing and stuff.
And I take out some of the paper that I crumpled up. That was. Here we go.
Okay,
I grab
fun.
the torch. All right, everybody, get ready to run.
Is this making you cringe in real life?
yeah.
Been working for a gas company in his previous work.
The problem is Wayne didn't, so Wayne thinks this is a good idea, whereas I, who
But
could properly do
You know
this,
how quickly it's going to ignite.
Yeah, this isn't... Okay,
I take the torch
Someone hold the door open. The outside door open.
and I light it and I throw it in the kitchen and I take off.
I
Yup.
do as well.
Yep, I'll take
Booking
off.
it. Booking it out.
Everybody's running out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
After Ellie let the paper in through.
And it doesn't light.
Did we turn the gas from the stoves on?
It's
Oh
always
no,
In an industrial kitchen, they're always on.
on.
Okay.
The gas line is always on unless you turn it off and from the shut off on the outside.
Yeah. Which that's too complicated to do every night.
We would
There's
also-
safety protocols that allow it to stay on.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
you go boom.
Basically, she unscrewed the line from the thing to have gas out.
Okay.
yeah, this is gonna.
Yeah, so
throw-
she disconnected the line from the oven.
Yeah.
So it would,
Oh my
and
God.
that is where the safety valve is.
Yes.
So when you unscrew it, it's just a constant flow of gas. And
gas
literally, in real life, if the second she lit that torch, if that gas had filled big enough, it would blow the whole thing.
Yeah, that's why.
No, it would just,
Yeah, get the
but it
fuck
would
out.
fill up a lot faster than you think, which is
Yeah.
why I was
It-
going to
it fills up
suggest
really
something
quickly.
else.
Okay, so as you
Yeah.
toss it inside, the woof of ignition is immediate. Heat
Oh,
and light.
shit.
Heat and light swelling in a way that bends the air around it. What did you think was going to happen? It was on a fucking timer? The tiles ripple under your feet. The walls shiver, and for a split second, the bakery flickers like a bad video feed struggling to render. Through the stutter, you see flashes. The bakery gone, replaced with an endless black corridor. The bakery on fire, but burning with white silent flame. The bakery filled with motionless mannequins of yourselves, all smiling. Then, boom! Impacts. A deafening blast throws you forward. I need everybody to make a dodge. Correct.
So if I'm at 20%, what do I have to
Let's
roll?
see what my dodge is.
If you're at 20%, you have to roll above a 20%.
So
Under-
it's
under
naturally
20%, sorry.
says 30%, but I have nothing in dodge.
Correct, so it would be 30.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That hurt.
Oh shit.
Love you guys.
Richard, what do you got?
Oh,
My goal was to be under 40, and I got 31.
Okay. Wayne?
I got 11. And so I have it up below a 20.
Okay. Margaret?
I had to get below a 20. Got 26.
Janice?
I had to get below 30 and I got a 54.
John?
Oh, I got it worse than all of you. Mine was supposed to be 30. I got an 85.
Oof.
Ooh.
Okay. So, again, a deafening blast throws you forward, but instead of heat, there's a blinding white flash. Because most of you failed, this is happening. Your ears ring. The air tastes like metal and static. The sensation of running becomes a sensation of falling. That your gut hitting the top of your chest. Like when an elevator would drop too quickly. And then nothing. The lights come on. Cold, harsh fluorescence this time, buzzing with a low, sickly hum that's really annoying. There, each of you are in separate cells, small, steel-walled, nothing but a cot and a stainless drain in the corner. The walls vibrate faintly like there's heavy machinery running somewhere deep beneath you. On the floor, outside of each cell, the same black and white company logos painted. Valence Dynamics, Human Interface Division. You don't remember getting here. You don't remember the bakery. And you don't remember each other. In your minds, there's only a vague, aching absence, like a word you know you should know hovering just out of reach. Somewhere down the corridor, an unseen voice calls out over an intercom. Cycle complete. Subjects cleared for next draft. The fluorescent lights flicker once, and when they do, the paint on the floor shifts. Each logo has a name under it. Yours. And under every name, the same title. The Forgotten. That's where we're going to take a break. So, please don't go anywhere, everybody. We will be right back. And we're back. So, the intercom clicks off leaving only the drone of machinery beneath your feet. The air in the cells feels artificially cooled, dry enough to chap the lips. From somewhere beyond the walls, there's a faint smell of ozone, sterile and electric, like after a lightning strike. Each cell's door is seamless steel with a narrow viewing slit at eye level. Through it, the hallway outside stretches in both directions, featureless, too clean, like it was designed more for observation than security. Then, without warning, the locks disengage all at once. A soft click, then a gentle hiss of depressurization. The doors swing inward. There's no guard, no escort, only the hallway. And in the middle of it, in just one where you all kind of have to congregate, on the floor, a single file folder marked DOE/Operation Willowbrook, clearance, author level.
I have a
written
question.
down-
So we don't remember each other. Do we remember
There's-
our past lives? Like
Yes.
our past, like what we,
Yes,
our current
know who
life
you
lives.
are.
Okay.
but you almost think you know each other, but there's something like it's almost locked away, and it's kind of creeping through.
I kind of look at everybody. I'm like, I look down and I see the file and I can reach for it
Okay,
and open it.
you open it. Inside are only 3 items. A black and white photo of the missing DOE agents, alive, standing in front of a Valence Dynamics sign. Their faces are blurred, but their shadows are not. And just a bit of that lock starts to open a little more as you go, okay, I'm here for DOE agents. The second thing is a typed memo reading containment breach predicted in 72 minutes. Termination of simulation parameters approved. Author must be located before collapse. And then the third one, a small card with a map. Just a single hallway leading to a room labeled narrative engine. And as you all examine the file, the hallway lights begin to dim in sequence, starting at the far end and moving towards you. You know, like the classic movie. With each flicker, there's a faint, distant footstep. You're no longer locked up, but whatever's coming down that hall isn't in a hurry, and it knows exactly where you are. So, do you basically... You can follow the map to the narrative engine to confront the source of possibly what this is. See if you can search the cell block for signs of the DOE agents, or try to escape the Valence facility entirely.
I kind of looked at the others and I was like, you all seem familiar.
If you all would like, you can make a human check.
Shit.
If you do not pass,
Oh wait.
you still gotta wait to remember who everybody is. Richard.
My goal was less than 10 and I got a 6.
Okay, you start remembering. Wayne.
Talk about lucky. I had to get less than 40. I got a 39.
Woof. Alright, you start remembering. Margaret.
I don't remember shit.
What'd you get?
I was supposed to get less than 60. I got 75.
Okay. Janice.
I was supposed to get less than 40. I got 32.
Okay. John.
I like these dots, but not for this. I was supposed to get less than 60. I got 99.
Okay.
Oh!
Maybe use those dice when we're playing our system.
Putting them away.
So Margaret and John, you still like it's still like right there. It's almost like when you're trying to remember something that's on the tip of your tongue and you can't quite get it, and you're just racking your brain. Everybody else, you remember who everybody is. It's like it slowly comes on. Like as you see each face, you begin to remember.
Janice, Richard,
Oh, that's.
and Margaret. Huh, yeah, we're all here.
Who's
Who are you?
You?
You're.
You're Margaret.
Oh, you're
Just go
Ellie.
with it.
Eleanor.
Yeah. Margaret's their cover name, and then
Character. I thought that was reverse.
John.
What?
Mm-mm.
No.
How you said it's not going very fast, the lights
No.
going out, so realistically would we have time to look for these other agents?
Possibly. I mean, you're going in the opposite direction, technically. No matter what you're doing, you're going in the opposite direction.
I'll very briefly check. I'm not gonna prolong it, but if there's a chance of getting any of them out,
I'll go and help with
then
it.
I'll linger for a minute.
So you
Yeah.
guys are going to search for the DOE agents. Remember, you guys remember your mission. You just don't remember them. All right. Okay. The corridor stretches in both directions, each identical in sterile white and brushed steel. At regular intervals, frosted glass panels line the walls, opaque from this side, but faintly shadowed by shapes moving behind them. The sound of your footsteps seem too loud, too alone. The first door you pass is labeled Human Interface, Observation Bay 4. The glass panel beside it flickers, not from light inside, but from static crawling up through the frost. A silhouette appears on the other side, tall, broad-shouldered, the outline of a tactical vest. It just stands there. Then its head tilts, farther than a neck should bend, before it fades back into the frost. Further down, another door. Conditioning Suite 2. This one's glass is clear. Inside, a clean, empty room, perfectly lit. Until the lights in the room flicker, and the DOE agents are suddenly there, all of them. They're seated in chairs facing the far wall, motionless. Each one wearing a smooth white headset covering the eyes and ears. Tubes running from their temples into the ceiling. Their hands twitch faintly in slow, repetitive movements, like they're typing on something invisible. The flicker comes again, and the room is empty once more. Down the hall, a soft knock echoes from behind another frosted panel. Slow, even. 3 knocks. Pause. 3 knocks. The knocks repeat, louder this time. And in the frost, handprints begin to appear, too many to belong to one person.
I kind of, I believe I'm next to Richard, and I look at him like, what do we do? Yeah,
I think they're too far gone.
Think so?
Can we see the hands when they're putting the handprints up?
I hate leaving them like this, but I think we gotta take out the source of this.
I have a feeling there is what's powering this thing.
You think though? Because I kind of nod toward the little.
You
containment
saw
area
'em.
where-
They were hooked up.
Well, I think if we go to the source, we can shut everything down, put those poor bastards out of their misery.
Well, this corridor does still keep going. So you're unsure if, because again, they flickered, they disappeared. You don't know if this is mind games. You don't, because were they in this room? Were they in the one you're at now? So you can continue to move down the corridor, because again, you're going the opposite direction from
The light.
that light fading.
Yeah.
And at this point, you're too far ahead to even see the lights fading. Whether it stopped or not, who knows?
I look to the others. I say we keep going toward the source of all this.
I guess we're following the map now.
Yeah, we are.
Eerily, the map leads the same way. The steady knocks fade as you push deeper into the corridor. The frosted glass gives way to solid steel doors, each stamped with embossed numbers instead of words. The air here is different, colder, heavier, carrying the faint tang of copper and bleach. You reach one door that's different, painted matte black, edges scuffed like it's been opened in a hurry more than once. The label plate has been scratched out, but there's a faint greasy fingerprint smear across the metal handle.
I opened the door.
Okay, it's not locked. It swings inward with a hiss of freezing air. The smell hits first. Meat left too long in the cold, mixed with a sharp sting of disinfectants. The walls and ceiling are steel, the floor gridded for drainage. Long metal racks run the length of the room, each with a row of heavy hooks swaying gently as if they've just been disturbed. The DOE agents are here. Some hang by their necks, heads bent at unnatural angles, faces pale and waxy under the flickering fluorescent strip. Others are hooked clean through the back or shoulder blades, their weight pulling them onto their grotesque contortions. The hooks have torn through uniform, skin, and muscle alike, some wounds fresh enough to glisten, and their eyes are open, not blank, focused, tracking you as you step into the room. One mouth moves slowly, lips cracked and bleeding. You look too long. As the words rasp out, one of the hanging bodies twitch once, twice, and then starts to sway against the hook in a jerking rhythm. The others follow, swaying in sync, a wet creak of metal on metal, and from somewhere in the room above the rows of hanging bodies comes the sound of something shifting along the ceiling beams. Heavy, slow, and deliberate.
We need to move, people.
I walk out of the room.
Yep.
Okay,
I'm just waiting in the hall for them.
okay.
Yeah, I get out.
And then I'm discreetly wiping, like, my eye.
Okay. Well, you now know what happened to the DOE agents.
They're dead.
We've probably
Okay.
been eating them in the cookies.
Maybe.
I haven't ate the cookies.
So,
I
Someone's
did.
the one that just kept eating plate after plate.
Wayne is a
I had 'em.
cannibal.
I have like 2 cookies. Leave me alone.
Hey, I
Okay.
see cookies, I eat cookies.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Okay, so you're gonna follow the map to the narrative engine.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The map is simple: a single hallway leading to a room marked narrative engine. But every step toward it feels longer than the paper suggests. Past the meat locker, the air changes. The sterile corporate chill gives way to a slow creeping heat. Not the blast of machinery, but the heavy, stifling warmth of a closed attic in summer. The overhead lights dim with each door you pass, replaced by recessed floor lighting that throws shadows up the walls instead of down. The hall is too quiet now. Your footsteps make no echo. The first door you pass is ajar. You want to look inside?
Nope.
You want to glance inside?
That will.
I'll
A glance inside shows a row of desks, each with a typewriter bolted to the surface. Blank pages sit in every carriage, but the keys are moving, tapping out words in real time. The pages all say the same thing. They are coming to me. They will end here.
I just close the door and move on.
Further down,
Yeah.
a wall panel of frosted glass runs the full length of the corridor. Shapes move behind it, slow, hulking, insect-like. But the shadows don't match the sound. There's a faint whisper coming from behind the glass, and it's in your own voices, each one speaking fragments of things you've actually said on the case. The heat grows heavier. The walls subtly change, steel giving way to something darker, porous, almost organic. Fine cracks split the surface, pulsing faintly like veins. Finally, the hallway opens into a massive circular chamber, and at its center sits the narrative engine. It's not a machine in a traditional sense. It's a pillar of tangled wires, pages of paper, and type bars, all fused into something that seemed to grow straight out of the floor. Everybody knows what a type bar is, right?
A what?
A type bar.
No,
It's
I actually
what's in a typewriter. It's the bar that's
Oh.
in a
don't.
typewriter
Oh.
that prints
Oh,
in it,
okay.
and it goes ding, and you slide it, and it's a type bar. The paper constantly feeds through it from somewhere unseen, lines of text forming and vanishing as quickly as they're written. Embedded in the mess of type bars are cables are faces, half submerged, eyes open, lips twitching as if trying to form words. They're familiar. The DOE agents, other people from Willowbrook Pines. As you watch, one face in the machine turns, not physically, but as if the entire device adjusted to look right at you. Somewhere deep in its structure, something moves, a wet, rhythmic breathing. And then the paper coming out of the feed stops mid-sentence. Blank space fills the line. The machine waits.
So I'm looking at it and I'm kind of walking around it. How are we supposed to destroy this?
Smash it, break it.
I
Break
look
the
around.
screens.
Is there anything in the room?
This is it. Just the cables.
I go start unplugging the cables.
Yeah, I started trying to help rip
They
them out.
don't
Yeah.
have a... I mean, you can't really see where they plug. They're kind of like embedded in this, and then they run off somewhere else.
Are we
I
able
start
to,
punching
pull them?
monitors.
You could try.
I'm gonna try and yank them down or rip all apart or however.
I'm gonna grab at the paper to rip it.
Mm. Yeah, I'm gonna try to break the cables.
Is there anything sharp in there? Like an
Not
axe or
really.
anything?
No. Yes, there are flamethrowers sitting right there.
Okay, I'll take one
Well,
of those.
if we're in an actual physical building in the 80s, they would have had fire axes and hoses for
Are
the
you in a
building.
physical building?
That's the key point. Are we? Or if we
Are
are,
you even here?
Mm.
that's true.
are you even you?
I do have an explosive charge I forgot about.
Are you determined to kill yourselves?
I
Yes.
Why not go out that bang?
And sedative syringes. I forgot we had all of this stuff.
Yeah, but some of us don't have it with us.
Yeah,
Because
that's
someone
true.
Forced us out
Oh
of
my god, I'm gonna keep hearing this.
the houses.
Do we have all this stuff with us right now? We did just wake up.
You
Yeah,
do.
I'm gonna pat myself down and see what I have.
I'm gonna start trying to smash screens.
Okay, so you want to pull out the cables and smash screens.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm tearing at the paper.
Disrespect your surroundings.
Pretty much.
Um, okay, so the first cable rips free with a sound like wet tendons snapping. Like, for those of you that have torn ACLs and
Oh.
Just- the metal scaffolding around the narrative engine shudders,
Oh.
wires coiling away from your grip as if they're alive. A smashed screen bursts, not glass, but a spray of glowing characters, black and jagged, each one thrashing like a hooked insect before spiraling to the floor. The letters scuttled towards the walls, disappearing into the cracks. From deep inside the engine, the embedded faces begin to writhe. Their eyes open wide, and all at once they start whispering over each other. It's not finished. Don't unplug that. You'll make it worse. It's not time yet. It'll wake up. You smash another screen. This time the paper feed sputters, then spits out a single sentence over and over. Author not found. Author not found. Author not found. The lights overhead dim to a faint amber, casting long, sharp shadows up the walls. With each cable you rip, the walls lose definition, first warping like heat mirages, then softening into something organic, pulsing faintly with a heartbeat too slow to be human. One torn conduit gushes, not sparks, but photographs. The missing DOE agents, the team, you guys, strangers you don't know. Every photo shows someone in Willowbrook Pines smiling just enough to look staged. The pictures are slick with something that smears on contact, leaving a faint metallic taste on the tongue. Somewhere inside the engine, a new sound starts. Slow, deliberate footsteps. Heavy. They are coming from the floor. They're coming from inside the machine. The paper feed suddenly stops. The type bar is frozen mid-strike. One face embedded in the cables jerks towards you, lips curling in an almost smile. You can't cut the story out of the page. The footsteps inside get louder. Something big is moving closer to the surface. What are you doing?
Continue to not
Fuck it,
finish
Yeah,
continuing
like,
to
if anything,
dire
I
path
double
of
up on
destruction.
efforts of trying to rip these cables and everything apart, trying to tear this thing apart.
Okay. So, another screen goes dark under your hands. This one cracking outward like a spider web before collapsing inward, revealing not circuitry but a deep, wet tunnel vanishing into black. The smell that rises from it's heavy with rot, damp paper, and the metallic tang of old blood. The paper feed goes wild, tearing itself as it prints half-formed words and broken sentences, spilling across the floor in shredded, curling strips. Some are still warm to the touch. The text twitches when handled as though struggling to stay readable before melting into blank pulp. A thick, coiled cable is wrenched loose from the engine's side. The opening it leaves gapes wide and something inside moves in the dark. Slick, jointed, scraping against the metal frame. The sound is wet and deliberate, like knuckles dragging across steel. The faces embedded in the wiring begin to scream. High, sharp, mechanical, human at once. But their mouths don't move. The sound comes from the cables themselves vibrating with each cry, like you're killing whatever's inside. The lighting shifts again, no longer amber, but deep, suffocating red. Shadows no longer follow the room's angles. They crawl along the walls independent of the team's movements, jerking in sudden, unnatural bursts. From above, the ceiling splits. Not breaking, unzipping, to reveal something that shouldn't fit in the space. An enormous typewriter key, the size of a manhole cover, slowly pressing downward. The engraved letter on its face is R, glistening as if wet. The engine's voice, no longer the whispers of many faces, but a single, massive tone rumbles through the chamber. Revisions are costly. With each word, the room tightens, the walls drawing closer to the engine's bulk.
Is this thing looking like it's about to be destroyed, or how, like, have we made progress?
You're unsure.
Hmm.
This thing's fighting
Fuck.
back. It's trying to fight back.
I keep tearing. I
Yeah.
keep tearing
There's
at it.
holes in it where, technically, if you wanted to, if you were dumb enough, you could stick your hand in there and grab out whatever's in there.
No.
Stick your hand in the box.
Yeah, no. I keep
Fist it.
I keep trying to pull the cables out, trying to block or just keep whatever's coming inside from coming out.
I'm gonna call out, denied by the publisher. Your book's not coming out.
Oh, that's great, Eric. As I rip another cable out.
Okay. So, another cable snaps loose with a jolt of static that stings through your arms. The engine groans, a sound like metal bending and bones splintering at the same time. Wayne, as you lean in to rip out another wire, something moves inside. Not the shifting of parts or faces writhing in the tangle, something with intent. A length of cable slithers out, but it isn't a cable, it's a hand. Skin slick, mottled with ink stains, the fingers too long and jointed wrong, knuckles bending both ways. It grabs your wrist with an impossible grip, skin burning cold at the touch. The pull is immediate. The machine opens for it, wires snapping back, pages tearing themselves free, type bars clattering wildly, making a gap wide enough for the thing to drag you in. The screaming starts again, but now it's only from the embedded faces, your faces. Each one's eyes are wide, mouths moving, all chanting the same frantic line. Don't let it take you. Don't let it take you. Don't let it take you. The hand hauls you forward into the gap, the machine's interior yawning wider inside. You see, as you are pulled in before anybody can do anything, inside isn't machinery at all. It's a tunnel of ribbed metal and twitching paper, the surface pulsing like veins disappearing into black. The floor beneath your feet tilts slightly toward the opening. Loose strips of paper start to slide in, vanishing into the dark like they're being swallowed. From deep inside the tunnel, another hand identical reaches out toward you. The smell of ink is overwhelming. And somewhere in that dark, a voice whispers, Paige, you guys see Wayne just be pulled in.
Oh shit!
You saw that hand, and like, so when I say disjointed knuckles, like this part of the finger goes this way, and then this one is bent backwards, and then this one's bent forward.
So like,
But like straight back and then straight forward.
ow.
It's backwards.
Oh my, that is. Mm.
Eh?
Okay, so I'm inside that little gap that was there.
You were inside the machine.
Okay. And you said I see like ribbed veins and everything like that around me?
It's ribbed metal and twitching paper,
Okay.
but there's a hand reaching out to you. You can smell it. It smells like ink.
I'm ripping at this thing even harder now.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and fight this hand off at maybe, I don't know, just yeah,
Don't touch me! Don't touch
we're
me!
trying to just get it away from me and try and just rip at the walls. Like just
Okay.
like take handfuls of stuff and start ripping from the inside. There's no protective coating or whatever it is on the inside, so this should hurt a little bit more,
Yeah.
We hope.
I would think. I hope.
Alright. So, you shoulder slam into the narrow tunnel as it drags you in, but instead of clawing toward the opening, you twist deeper, driving your free hand into the engine's inner walls. The surface gives like wet parchment over muscle. Your fingers
Ooh la la.
sink in up to the knuckles with a slick tear, coming away coated in black ink that smells
Ugh.
sharp enough to sting the sinuses. It runs down your arm in warm rivulets, dripping onto the floor with heavy splats.
I look at that and I'm just like,
You dig deeper, and the wall convulses around your arm. The tight bars outside hammer in a frenzy, printing nothing but jagged symbols as the entire engine emits a sound halfway between a modem scream and a human wail. The paper lining the tunnel shreds under your grip, fibers curling back to reveal not metal but something that looks like bundled tendons, each one twitching in its own rhythm. As you yank, several of them snap with a wet pop, recoiling into the darkness and spraying you with hot ink and fragments of pulped photographs. Outside, the embedded faces distort, features stretching, eyes rolling, mouths locked open in frozen screen. Pages blast from the feed in a constant stream, each one showing only a single line. Unauthorized edit. You keep going?
yo, I'm ripping and ripping.
You tear again harder. The walls buckles, a deep rupture splitting open to reveal a pulsing cavity underneath. Lined with something that shouldn't be alive but is. Contracting and releasing like a giant throat. The engine's voice booms through every surface, jagged and glitching. Correction required. Remove intruder. From inside the tunnel, more of those two long double-jointed hands erupt, grasping blindly for you, coated in the same slick black as the walls, nails clicking against the steel. They're not just pulling now, they're trying to drag you deeper.
So they have a grip on me?
No, they're trying to. There's like 6 of them now.
Okay, I try and dodge out of the way, and I try to do the same thing on the other side, and just go this sort of ripping and tearing into this, and just ripping as much of this weird, pulpy paper, ink, flesh thing, and just tearing it away. I don't know. All I know to do is just hurt this thing, and I know if I go deeper into it, it's probably going to be worse for me. Just shut the hell up.
Okay. So, still half wedged in the slick, pulsing tunnel, you grin like a man about to make very poor life choices on purpose. And you almost think to yourself, all right, sweetheart, let's see how you like it on the other side.
Oh,
You twist hard, slamming your free shoulder into the opposite wall, plunging your hand deep. The flesh-like lining yields with a wet sucking noise that can make a priest blush. Ink bursts in hot spurts over your forearm, dripping down in fat rivulets that splatter across the griddled floor below. The engine shudders around you, the tight bars clattering in wild offbeat spasms. Paper whips from the feed so violently it tears itself mid-print, scraps fluttering to the ground with single jagged words like deeper and harder stamped in gold. You rip sideways, feeling tendons or whatever passes for tendons here stretch taut before they snap with a sloppy pop. The spray this time is thicker, stringing between your fingers before dripping free. Somewhere deep inside the engine moans. Not mechanical, not human, but an unholy blend that rattles the teeth. One embedded face's eyes roll back while its mouth forms the shape of a silent O.
I kind of, as I'm doing this and I'm hearing this, I'm just like, you didn't have to pay extra for this stuff. As I keep ripping and tearing.
Okay.
Silent O, huh?
The pulsing cavity beneath the torn wall contracts violently, then spasms in a series of rhythmic clenches, almost trying to push you out, like the whole damn thing can't decide if it wants you in or out. You kind of laugh under your breath, yanking another clump of slick, fibrous cord until you rip free with a noise like tearing a very wet bed sheet. Outside the tunnel, the black hands grasping for you twitch harder, nails scrabbling at the edges, leaving long, deep grooves in the metal, like even the machine is getting desperate to keep you where it wants you. The engine's voice comes again, glitching so badly it overlaps itself. Correct, input, accepted, oh. The walls ripple around you in spasms now, the whole structure shaking like it's about to lose control. I had to put a whole thing of sexual innuendos in that
Of
one.
course you did.
What are you guys doing? I mean, you guys are getting there. It's getting there.
Yeah, it's getting there all right.
I'm
I'ma keep being
continuing
disruptive.
to tear at this from the outside.
Yeah.
For me, I'm just gonna continue doing what I'm doing. Am I able to grab those hands and like start like ripping them?
You could try.
I don't want to
Trying to get
run
handsy
into
now?
them and get caught. I feel like I'm running out of. Going deeper would be a bad idea.
It's never a bad idea. So, while Wayne is busy wrecking the engine from the inside, the rest of the team turns your focus to the outer structure. That first yank rips a length of cable free, sending a spray of sparks arcing across the room. The air fills with sharp scent of ozone and burning plastic, but underneath it, that same ink and blood tang Wayne's been coated in seeps out from the wound. Another monitor smashes to the floor, its glass face shattering to reveal nothing but writhing paper inside, pages crumbling and smoothing themselves in jerky bursts as though struggling to stay whole. The images on them, faces, places, fragments of words, warp and melt as the light catches them. The walls of the engine convulse under the assault, bending outward and inward like a living thing under attack. The embedded faces scream again, louder this time, voices pitching from desperate pleading to guttural fury in the span of a breath. You shouldn't. You can't. You won't. A section of the outer casing peels back, under your combined pull, revealing pulsing ridges beneath, fibrous, slick, twitching like muscle under skin. The ridges contract violently when touched, releasing a gush of black fluid and a rush of streaming air that smells like old newsprint set on fire. Somewhere deeper inside, the footsteps you've heard before start again, slower now but heavier, like whatever's been moving inside is dragging more weight than before. Each step reverberates through the floor, rattling loose screws and sending thin hairline cracks skittering across the steel plating. The room dims not from a failure of the lights, but because shadows are bleeding inward from the corners, swallowing detail and depth. Their edges pulse in time with the engine's labored groan. Wayne, you're still inside, but now you can see the tunnel flex and ripple with each tear you make, as though the entire machine is trying and failing to keep itself together. And from somewhere, deep in the dark heart of the engine, a low voice rumbles. Erase you.
At this point, I'm gonna basically turn basically face the way I came, and again try and just claw my way out, just pulling, tearing, everything, getting out at this point. I'll try and cause as much damage more on the way out, but I'm trying to get away from whatever is deep in the bowels of that.
How deep is he inside?
Oh, he's deep. Weird.
Is he elbow deep?
He's like shoulder deep.
Oh, damn!
Okay.
Ew.
So, the final tear is too much. The engine buckles inward, then snaps violently open, steel shrieking like it's being ripped in half. Wires whip through the air like flailing tendons, spraying black ink and fragments of paper that dissolve before they hit the floor. From the wound bursts something vast, its bulk unfolding into the space like a nightmarish origami of meat, cables, and printed words. The embedded faces stretch and merge into each other, creating a single massive head where lips are split into ragged layers of paper and eyes are endless black typewriter keys clicking uselessly. Its body is a nightmare of contradictions, metal ribs wrapped in slick bundles of wiring, muscles made of tightly bound pages, each one twitching as if trying to turn. The words on them bleed off the edges, dripping down in long black strings that hiss and burn wherever they land. Its limbs are jointed wrong, bent double in places that shouldn't bend, hands splitting into cables tipped with needle-like printing hammers. Every movement comes with a grinding clack, clack, clack sound, as if though it's typing your names into the void. The smell is overwhelming. Ink, scorched paper, hot metal, and the copper bite of blood. When it exhales, it does so in a choking storm of shredded pages, some with your own faces printed on them, each one staring with hollow eyes before tearing itself apart in midair. The floor shakes violently, as it lurches forward impossibly fast for something so massive, its many hands sweeping the air. One strikes the wall, leaving a gouge that's still bleeding ink. And so yeah, there's this massive creature that is spawned from this thing, 12, 13, 14 feet tall, as its many arms are reaching out.
So, who's ready to go?
I start running.
I follow.
Try and since I'm probably assuming I'm in this thing.
No, you're out.
Oh, I got out?
Yeah.
need
Yeah,
to kill
I
this
follow
thing.
everyone to try and get out of here, as I'm probably coated in ink.
Everybody at this point is coated in ink. Okay, so what are you guys doing?
I'm running.
You're just
Running.
gonna let this thing go and run.
I'm throwing shit at it.
We don't know how to kill it. I don't have any
The
weapons.
are there wires and screens and stuff still in the room?
Not really. These things, they kind of exploded.
We have no weapons.
I mean, I'm not saying you can't run. I'm
Yeah,
just asking.
yeah. I say we try and leave this place.
Now, do you want to leave this place or Willowbrook Pines as a whole?
I say Willowbrook Pines as a whole.
Well, but
We gotta end this.
Is there glass on the floor?
Richard, what do you want? What are you doing?
We need to kill this thing.
how?
Is there glass on the floor?
Water? Maybe we can dilute it?
Kind of.
Just like,
How do you get rid of ink?
I don't know. Dry it out.
What?
Who's got paper towels? Bounty?
I start
Good
blowing on
Bounty
it.
commercial. Stop blowing the ink. Stop blowing the monster.
I look at Richard. Richard, I'm all for killing that thing. The thing.
John,
dancing
you
near-
got any ideas?
But do we just try and see if we can find something to kill it? I look down.
I mean, I could punch it, but I don't think it'll work out very good.
I think we nearly killed it, and this thing is pissed.
We need
I
to put it
test
out of its
something.
misery.
I'm gonna test something. Grab some paper and throw it at it. See if the ink soaks into the paper.
Okay. So the paper sails through the air, fluttering once before hitting the creature's pulsing paper muscle surface. For a split second, it just sits there, stark white against the mottled black and white texture of this thing's body. Then the ink moves, not splashing, not dripping, flowing. It snakes upward in thin, curling tendons, seeking out every fiber, soaking into the paper with unnatural speed. The white turns gray, then deep black, and the ink begins to bubble, tiny blisters swelling and popping with soft sounds. The paper jerks once, twice, then starts folding in on itself, corners twisting into impossible angles until it's nothing but a tight, writhing knot of black pulp. The creature's typewriter key eyes spin toward John, clicking loudly in their sockets. The knot of blackened paper drops from its side, hits the floor, and skitters towards him like it's being pulled on an invisible string.
Throw paper. Throw paper at it. And I'm grabbing more and chucking it.
Yeah, I guess I grabbed some paper too and start throwing it at it.
Okay. We're throwing paper at it.
I'm throwing whatever I can.
It's ink. Think. Paper will soak it up. This is how we
Yeah.
hurt it.
That's good. That or find a giant blow dryer and dry it out.
Like the giant pick from Spaceballs.
Oh,
Stacks of printer reams and loose sheets go flying, fluttering through the air like a snowstorm in reverse. Pages slap against the creature's bulk from every direction. Bad phrasing. Sticking to its surface with an almost magnetic pull. The effect is immediate. Ink surges out of the thing in thick black veins racing through the paper like roots in fast motion. Each sheet trembles as it drinks deep, crumbling inward until it's nothing but a dense, twitching knot. Some of the paper lumps drop to the floor with wet, while others cling stubbornly to the surface, bulging like tumors. The more that cover it, the slower it moves, its limbs jerking into halting, stuttering spasms as the black flows away from its core. But the room reacts too. Pages whipped loose from the air vents. The floor, even the walls themselves, begin fluttering upward, joining the storm. Words scrawl across them mid-flight, sentences fragmenting and rearranging into things that make no sense. You will finish where you begin. Ink in the veins, paper in the lungs. Rewrite, rewind, repeat. Some of the knotted clumps on the ground begin crawling toward the walls, leaving oily trails. Others twitch violently until they burst, spraying black mist into the air. And yet the creature is slowing, staggering as more and more of its bulk is wrapped in this growing paper cocoon. If you keep it up, you might just choke the thing out or give it something new to become.
Find something to set it on fire.
I'm gonna still keep throwing paper.
I look around.
Anything flammable?
Yeah, anything that we can make a little fire out of.
I mean, there's loose wires.
I run over.
Yeah, I'm gonna set it on fire.
Kind of see if it's actually got a current. All right, that's live. Someone
All
give me
right,
some
I'll
paper,
grab one
paper.
too.
You do realize
Yep,
you also
I'll help.
technically have bullets that have gunpowder.
I thought I didn't have any of my weapons or anything.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
They
I'm
didn't
like-
have them because they didn't have them before.
I'll keep a wire on it to keep it
I'm like-
electrocuted, so hopefully it's like tasing it while he's getting his gun out.
And I aim at the thing, and I shoot.
Shooting what?
Take a.
Hold on.
My suggestion was to take the powder out of the
Oh.
bullets.
Yeah, take the powder out of the bullet
Okay.
and use the electricity to light
We're all
it.
covered in ink,
I
so.
pull a bullet out, and I'm like, we have gunpowder in here, and I try and knock the gunpowder, cut it. I'm just doing something with the bullet,
You have
trying
to-
get it out.
Have you never taken apart a bullet?
Listen, lady, I only shoot guns. And I'm like, you know what? Here, you do it. I give it to Janice.
All right, so I take it and pull out the
bullet from the casing.
bullet from the casing, and then I tap it down so that the powder comes out. And I gather dry paper around it. I'm like, all right, electric. This is gonna suck.
Here.
I take the wire and I set it to where it's going to ignite the gunpowder and set the pile on fire.
Okay. Then what are you doing with that?
I say, did you guys not make a paper trail?
That would have
Or
been
are you gonna just pick it up and fucking chuck it?
I was thinking we just throw it.
fuck it. This is gonna burn the shit out of my hands, but I chuck it.
Okay.
What is reality anymore?
So-
Right.
The smell of sulfur hits first, sharp and acrid, rising from the thin dust of gunpowder that Janice has carefully shaken across the spread of dry paper. Your hands work fast. You're a nurse. You're really good with your hands. Tearing open bullet casings, the tiny grains spilling out like black sand, pulling in the creases of each sheet. The paper trembles under your grip, a mix of static from the air and the vibration of the room as the creature lurches closer. Its typewriter key eyes lock on you, clicking faster, almost eager. From the wall, a sparking cable swings low enough to grab. The moment you drag the copper end across the powder, there's a blinding a flash like a camera bulb going off right in your face. The sheet ignites instantly, flames racing across the lines of powder and jagged lightning patterns before blooming into a roaring tongue of fire. Heat slams into your face as you grip the burning mass and hurl it with every ounce of the strength that you have. I need you to make an athletics check.
All of us or just Janice?
Nope, just Janice for throwing it.
Okay. Oh, son of a bitch, this is gonna suck. I needed 30. I got a 63.
Oof. Okay. So, it arcs through the thick air, trailing sparks and curling smoke before slamming into the creature's side. The ink there recoils, pulling away from the heat with a shudder. But the fire takes hold, licking up the paper muscle, turning its layered pages into glowing orange embers. The creature's scream isn't a roar, it's a cacophony of tearing paper, hammering keys, and squealing metal so loud it rattles your teeth. The flames spread fast, curling along the trails of loose paper already stuck to its surface. Black droplets of molten ink patter onto the floor, hissing and searing through steel like acid. The shadows in the room lurch back violently as if the darkness itself is trying to avoid the blaze. So, are you guys going to stand back and watch it burn? What are you doing?
I'm watching it burn.
I'll watch it burn.
I'm gonna look around.
I'm gonna
for,
kind of stand back, but
Yeah.
Eleanor and go. Did she not come back? Fuck. You guys got this?
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start taking off running to find Eleanor.
So, the fire climbs the creature like it was born to consume it. Tongues of orange light flickering across the slick curves of cable and the layered folds of paper muscle. The air turns blisteringly hot, each breath thick with the metallic tang of scorched ink. The thing writhes, its limbs jerking in spasms that send shreds of burning paper spiraling into the air. Each ember flutters for a moment before disintegrating into drifting black ash. The typewriter key eyes spin wildly, hammering out rapid, meaningless clicks, as if trying to print a final, desperate message before the flames devour them. One of its longer limbs slams into the wall, leaving behind a smoking smear of melted ink before crumbling in on itself. The cocoon of burning paper tightens, the structure beneath it sagging and folding inward like a collapsing tent. The noise fades from a shrieking mechanical chaos to a low shuddering groan. The room is lit entirely by the fire now, walls bending and warping in the heat, shadows swaying unnaturally. As you watch, the creature makes one last movement, its head snapping toward you, the ragged paper lips curling into something that might be a smile, before the whole mass drops in on itself with a deafening sending a wave of hot air rushing past you. All that's left is the soft sound of burning scraps settling into the growing pile of black ash at its center, and the faint, almost inaudible sound of a typewriter ding echoing from somewhere deep in the dark.
Did we?
think it's
Well.
time to go.
Yeah, I agree.
Hmm.
Let's
I head
go
down to
find
where
John and Eleanor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave it.
Okay.
I looked before I go. Is there anything like left? Something?
No.
All dead.
If
That
I-
pillar's gone and everything,
Yeah, that pillar exploded into that thing,
and that thing is dead.
as far as you can tell.
I want to look in the doors that we saw the agents in. Did anything change in there? Like when we were walking, the little meat hooks and the hands and all of that. I want to peek in there and see if anything's changed.
What meat hooks?
Hmm.
What doors?
Okay.
I go down the hall. I saw John and Eleanor go down.
Which hall?
There's literally one.
It's a mystery.
I felt like the others. Let's get out of here.
I'm already going.
Yeah, let's.
So, are
Let's
you
go.
guys?
Wade's just talking to himself.
Are you guys leaving Willowbrook as a whole?
Yes.
I don't. Something about me wants to look for that typewriter, but because we've been hearing that typewriter.
But I think that it's not a good idea. I don't think it's dead yet.
That's the
Let's just
problem.
Let's just get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
It was
Bring
too
back up.
easy.
Yeah. Well,
Think
sometimes.
about it.
Do you
That
want to
was-
stay here?
No, obviously I don't.
Okay,
I
then.
gestured back toward the dead thing. By all means, go touch it.
Let's just get out of Willowbrook and just go. Be done with it.
I don't think this is over.
Do you want
Probably not, but what else do you suggest we do?
Is there any other doors on our way out of this?
No. It's the only way you came in.
Something's telling me this isn't over.
They should bomb this town.
Hey, I'm all for setting more fires. I mean, we could always try and. I don't know, guys. Let us. I want to get the hell out of here.
Fine, I'm going back in the room, and if I die, I die. Fuck it.
Wait, hold on, Janice. I follow Janice.
What room?
The room where we killed the thing. Or set the thing on fire.
What room?
No.
Oh.
I was legitimately
Oh.
asking what room.
Oh, yeah. We go back to that room.
Okay.
I go to the crumpled mess of the monster and I kick it.
Okay.
Now, are we
Period.
talking like a little jab, or are we talking like full on?
Oh, I full on kick it. I'm pissed now because I want to fucking go.
Okay. So you step forward, boots crunching through the charred scraps scattered across the floor. The heat still radiates from the smoldering heap, sending little curls of smoke twisting upward. You plant your foot hard into the center of the collapsed mess. The impact scatters brittle blackened pages into the air, each one disintegrating almost instantly into a fine soot that clings to your boot and rises around you like ink black snow. For a moment, it's just dead ash. Lights, lifeless. Then, from where you kicked, something shifts.
Mhm.
A single unburned scrap of paper peels up from the pile, curling at the edges like it's breathing. Words scrawl themselves across it in jerky strokes, letters appearing faster than any hand could write. Next chapter. The scrap burst into tiny motes of black, drifting away into the air, leaving the pile looking a little smaller than before, almost like something underneath has pulled part of itself free.
Look at Janice.
Told you that, guys. It's not over yet.
Then what do we do?
I don't know.
I start stomping on the. I start absolutely just stomping on it. Why won't you fucking die? Anybody else?
I
reached
never
out
went back to the
and
room.
I was like, I don't know, what the hell?
I think
I-
it got away, whatever it was.
Well, what do we want to do? Do we want to keep looking through the building and see where it ran to? Probably this.
I think we need to go
wasn't
tell
the
them.
heart of it.
Where else can we go?
I'll look around. Is there any other see if there's any other doors or anything else I can that this thing might have retreated to.
Okay. Alright. So there is a corridor that leads away from here if you want to go that way. Fluorescent strips hum overhead, some flickering, others dead, casting the hallway in long broken shadows. At the far end, a steel framed door hangs slightly ajar. A frosted glass panel in its center stenciled with black block letters. Restricted. Archives and admin.
I go to open the door and gesture for everyone to follow me in.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow.
I'm gonna follow.
I
Inside,
just want to die.
the office is long and
No, we want to
narrow,
get out of here.
lit by a single desk lamp that casts a warm circle over a chaos of papers. Filing cabinets line the walls, most with their drawers locked shut, but a few have been forced open, spilling their contents onto the floor. The documents are a mix of dry technical reports and glossy, almost clinical photography, if you guys would like to take a look.
I do.
I'll look.
Okay. Rows of pale, glassy-eyed people suspended in fluid tanks. Thin tubes running into their veins and mouths, each labeled with a case number. Blueprints showing a machine eerily similar to the one they just destroyed, or that you just destroyed, annotated with terms like cognitive cycle reintegration, personality persistence layer, and narrative reset protocol. Personnel files for dozens of names, most marked retired in thick red ink, but a few bearing the names of the DOE agents you were sent to find, along with photos of their corpses in various story stages. A large binder left open on the desk reveals the clearest clue. A chart titled Willowbrook Persistence Simulation. A flow diagram looping endlessly with points labeled introduction, disruption, escalation, termination, and finally reconstruction. In the margins, handwritten notes scrawl in sharp, impatient hand. Cycle stable, memory fragment at 92% efficiency. Outliers present risk to structural cohesion, monitor aggressively, contain or rewrite. The air in the room feels heavier now, as if the walls themselves know you've seen too much. In the corner, an old tape recorder clicks on by itself, playing a single hollow-sounding sentences. They will never remember the end.
Oh, I'm getting really sick of this.
Same.
Is there anything that tells us what we need to do, learn to get out of here?
Would you guys like to make SIGINT checks?
Yes.
I do not have sickness.
Oh,
I
I
do
have
not
zero
have Signet.
0%.
I have.
Yeah, these are ones that you either have it or you don't.
I have it.
Oh, sweet. Wayne?
I had to get below a 40, and I got a 23.
Okay. Anybody else have SIGINT?
Nope.
Okay. So, Wayne, as you scan the chaos of documents, your eyes stop darting and start tracking, pulling threads together, like the well-disciplined military man that you are that has seen combat.
Grenada.
The DOE agents weren't simply abducted, they were inserted. Each victim photo and case file fits into one of the story stages of Willowbrook, or on the Willowbrook persistence simulation chart. Their roles weren't random, they were pre-assigned to push the narrative forward or bring it to collapse when needed. The blueprints click into place next. Valence Dynamics didn't just build a machine, they built a closed ecosystem for reality. Every street, every neighbor, every quote-unquote chance event you've encountered has been orchestrated, reloaded, and reset for decades. The names marked retired aren't retired at all. They're either wiped entirely from the cycle or recycled with altered appearances and memories. That's why you've been seeing people act strange, why events felt scripted, why your attempts to break the loop only caused more aggressive corrections. And here's the worst part. On the lower half of the diagram is a parallel flow marked player, environment, integration, with your own names written in pencil beside new role assignments. It's not just about finding the DOE agents anymore. Valence Dynamics has already been writing you into the next cycle. From the corner of the room, the tape recorder clicks again, replaying the voice, but this time it finishes the sentence. They will never remember the end, but they will always play their part.
I have a feeling no matter what, this is just gonna reset. We're gonna forget what we learned. And it's gonna reset, and it's gonna be a continuous loop.
Well, the only thing I can think of is break the loop.
How?
I don't know.
How many of these loops have we been in? How many different scenarios have we tried?
Well, I know one way that would break the loop, but I kind of plan on surviving this.
What's that?
Not surviving?
Eh?
Can't restart us if there's nothing to restart. But I plan on making it out of here, so
But who says these are our real bodies?
true.
And it's just not our subconscious being transported.
Oh, that's some fucked shit. And I've seen some shit. I work in an ER.
Do you work in an ER? Or is this iteration of you just working in an ER?
The tape recorder's reels stutter, then start spinning faster, too fast, till the voice plays in deep, distorted warble. Play your parts. The desk lamp flares bright white, flooding the office with harsh lights. The air pressure shifts abruptly, the kind of sudden drop that makes your ears pop. And every loose page in the room lifts from the desk, hanging perfectly still in midair. Then, they all turn at once, edges pointed toward you like hundreds of paper blades. A vibration hums through the floor, low at first, then building into something that rattles the teeth. The frosted glass panels in the door ripples like liquid. So, I need, at this point, everybody's going to make a sanity check.
Oh,
So basically you have your sanity score, right?
Mm-hmm.
You need to roll your percentile. If it's equal to or less than your current sanity, you pass. If it's higher, then you fail.
Okay.
So these are like glass blades pointed at us.
I don't know how I managed to
No,
get
these
this.
are paper.
Paper blades coming, looking at us like they're gonna cut us up.
You're not sure? You guys are kind of just like stuck. Richard.
So I got a really interesting roll. I got a 1 on a D100.
Okay. That's a pass in this.
Yeah.
Wayne.
I got a 2%.
Okay. Margaret.
Okay,
You
I
get a
did
free?
lose sanity earlier,
Ooh.
so I had to beat a 70. I got a 46.
Okay. Janice.
Well, I was supposed to beat a 58, and I got a 53.
So I'm supposed to be 52. I did not beat the 52.
What'd you get?
Good.
I got a 60.
Oh, bye-bye, John.
Oh my god.
But I've also PM'd you something too.
I got a 1. Can I yank him out of the way? Maybe.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. So, from the sound from the tape recorder digs into John's ears like a whisper pressed right against the eardrum. Warm, close, familiar. Your vision tunnels. The papers hanging midair stop being strange or threatening. Instead, they're just mail. Little reminders from home. The mission fades like a dream slipping away after waking. You remember being here before, stopping by Ellie's Bakery for coffee in the morning, chatting with Karen at the community center, seeing Wayne mowing his lawn. The others, they're your neighbors. The fear in their eyes doesn't make any sense. Why are they looking at you like you're in danger? This is Willowbrook, the safest place in the world. There's a sudden deep calm that settles over you, like an ache finally relieves. The tension in your shoulders eases. The weight the weight of everything feels unnecessary. You're home, after all. In your mind, a single truth crystallizes. You belong here. From the tape recorder, the voice drops to a low, private murmur only you hear. Welcome back, John. And with that, John, what do?
I'm gonna look at them so confused on why they're like this and go, what's wrong?
Fuck.
I go up and slap John across the face.
Another pulse. I need another check, please.
Wait, am I rolling still too?
Whoa!
Nope,
Okay.
you're not affected. Richard.
It was nice knowing you guys, because I got a 98.
Ow. Wayne.
62, and I had to beat a 68.
Okay. Margaret.
29, I had to beat a 70.
Okay. Janice.
I had it beat a 58, and I got a 53 again.
The light from the desk lamp flickers once, then a slow rhythmic pulse rolls through the room like a heartbeat, rattling the lampshade and making the papers tremble in midair. Richard, you catch it in the corner of your vision, but instead of feeling threatening, the pulse seems to pull you in, warm, steady, grounding. The rest of you, I need you to take points of insanity.
How many?
2.
Oh, shit.
Your memories start to blur at the edges. The smell of scorched ink and burned paper is gone, replaced by the faint aroma of fresh cut grass and baking bread. In your mind's eye, the narrow office stretches into the wide, sunlit main street of Willowbrook, every storefront exactly where it should be. The names of old friends, neighbors, and shopkeepers slide easily into place in your thoughts, more vivid than the people in this room with you. The mission? A vague dream, some weird fantasy you once had. A comfortable certainty roots itself deep. You've always lived here. There's never been anything else. From the tape recorder, the voice turns softer, almost affectionate, speaking directly to you in a tone that no one else hears. Your part is waiting, Richard. We've saved your place.
I want to take the tape recorder and just smash it on the ground as hard as I can.
Do I have a problem with that?
You think it's
That's a good
odd?
question.
You guys think it's odd?
Hey, we don't go destroying property here.
Shut up, Richard!
Wow, that's not
So
very neighborly.
hostile.
I think it's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to fucking
So-
go.
I will say, so you grab the tape recorder off the desk. The thing's heavier than it should be. It's like lifting a brick wrapped in wires, and it vibrates. A slow, steady thrum that seems to sync with your heartbeat. As you raise it to smash, the reels inside begin spinning backward at impossible speed. The voice inside is no longer words, but a wet, garbled gurgle, like something drowning. The air pressure in the room drops again, and every loose paper slaps flat against the walls and ceiling as though held there by static. The moment their recorder makes contact with the floor, it doesn't shatter. It splits open like a shell, exposing not tape, but a glistening black thread-like mass writhing inside.
I step on it. I more like stomp on it.
The threads twitch toward your fingers, reaching almost tasting the air. One of them curls in the shape of a question mark, then straightens into a single word written in dripping ink along its length. Stay.
Fuck you. And I stomp on it.
Dear, what are you doing?
Fuck you, John!
In our bedroom.
I
We're
am
leaving.
Straight.
No, we've been married for like 5
Oh my
years.
god, I just backhand John. Actually, no, I punch him.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna try to stop him.
Oh, you wouldn't have to. I would.
So I will say back a little bit.
Oh,
As your boot comes hard, instead of shattering clean, the black threads inside burst outward, writhing like cut worms. They splatter the floor in inky smears that smoke faintly on contact with the linoleum, curling into jagged, branching patterns. The room tilts for just a second, like the whole building swayed. And the ink on the floor starts pulling itself back together, spider leg tendrils reaching for each other until they knot into a single pulsing blot. As it twitches, the sound of the voice returns. Not from a speaker this time, but from inside your skulls. Break it, and we'll write it again. And then it sinks into the floor and disappears.
I think we just need to go. We just
I
need to get
couldn't
the
agree more.
fuck out of here.
I look to
You're
I look
divorcing
to
me?
John and Richard. We're leaving Willowbrook.
I'm the one that pays for the bills. Who gets to decide that?
I just punch him in the face.
You're gonna have to try.
I just. I guess you're dead. Bye.
I try and punch John to get him, break him out of whatever trance or whatever he's in.
You hit him. Nothing. He's still a little bit of blood on his lip.
It's not very nice.
Oh,
What kind of husband
go,
does
everyone.
that?
oh, shut up, Richard. Let's go. We're leaving this place.
Another check, please. For the 3 that have not failed. Infinity.
Why don't you guys stay with us?
Oh my.
Oh no.
Hi.
Took
Margaret?
that sweet cookie.
72. I had to be at 68.
Oh, God.
Janice?
I had a beat of 56 and I got a 35.
Okay. Wayne?
I got 8%.
Okay.
I'm just. I leave. I fucking leave.
You know what? I'm following Janice.
Margaret, your knees go slack for just a moment as the sensation washes through you, warm, almost inviting. The edges of the room begin to dissolve in your vision, walls stretching taller, light growing softer. The smell of scorched metal and ozone fades, replaced by cinnamon and sugar, the comforting scent of your bakery on a slow morning. Your mind tries to cling to the here and now, but it's like holding onto wet glass. The mission slips away. The others aren't agents, they're customers, neighbors, people you've known your whole life. You can see your apron hanging on a hook by the door, your hands dusted with flour. The fear in the room no longer makes sense. There's nothing to be afraid of in Willowbrook. The pulse in the air becomes a voice, gentle, steady, curling directly into your thoughts. You've been gone too long. Margaret, come back to work.
I go up to Richard and give him a kiss on the cheek and kind of curl up into his arms.
Okay. You two are leaving?
Yeah, I'm following Janice.
Yo, yeah. Yep.
Are you leaving Willowbrook as a whole?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Wow, so much for no man left behind.
Yeah, well, you know.
Leaving your husband behind.
Right.
Obviously, he's not
Could've-
a real soldier.
Well, obviously.
Ooh.
Janice
Wow.
isn't. She's got a mom, a boyfriend to get back home to.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
So does Eric.
Hey, I'm opening the blockbusters. You know, I got
So does
responsibilities.
Ellie has her parents, her squad buddies, and her girlfriend.
Well, you know, unless you want me to shoot you all to try and see if that'll wake you up, I don't know what else to do.
Stop being a pussy.
I just like to shoot just because of that.
Wow, the truth comes
Wow, I
out.
love you too.
Think I really do that to you?
Okay. So, the door slams behind Wayne and Janice, sealing the others inside with a muffled thud that echoes louder than it should. The oppressive weight of Willowbrook's air seems to lift as soon as you cross the threshold, like stepping out from under a storm cloud. You don't look back. The streets are strangely lit as you make your way to the car. Every house you pass looks like a painted backdrop, windows gleaming too clean, curtains perfectly centered. When you hit the open road, the landscape peels past in long, unbroken stretches of asphalt and faded trees. The kind that could go on forever. A few miles out, the radio in the dash crackles alive without warning, skipping past stations before locking into a clear, cold voice. This is not protocol, agents. It's your handler. No
What?
call sign, no greeting, just that sharp tone that cuts straight through. You left assets behind in an active zone. You compromised the mission, and you compromised yourselves. Do you understand what you've done? The radio pops once, and then the voice returns lower. Turn around, or don't. Either way, you're already on the record. In the distance, the road ahead shimmers, not from heat, but like the horizon itself is made of glass just waiting to crack. You continue?
I slam on the brakes.
Okay.
Son of a bitch. You know what this means, Janice.
By the way, both of you need to take 2 more points of sanity, please.
Oh.
Okay, insanity.
Insanity.
And I need both of you to go ahead and make checks, please.
Sanity check?
Sanity checks.
Oh.
Janice?
She's come smelling the cookies.
Mm-hmm.
96.
Ooh.
Wayne.
97.
Oh.
Man.
We are family.
Go back to your husband.
Okay, so The next pulse isn't sound, it's felt. A deep vibration rolls out of the dashboard, sliding through the steering column and up your arms, straight into your chests. Wayne, your grip slackens on the wheel. Janice, your head tips ever so slightly as if listening for something far off. The road ahead bends, but it's not asphalt anymore. It's Main Street, Willowbrook. Its warm lamplight spilling onto the curb. The car hums beneath you, not as a machine, but as something alive, purring at having brought you home. Memories flood in, thick and certain. Wayne, you remember helping repair the roof on the community center last summer. Janice, you remember running the raffle at last year's fall festival. These aren't dreams, they feel truer than the mission ever did. The handler's voice, faint now, filters through the static like someone speaking from another room. Agents, return. Stay with them. By the time the words are gone, Wayne's already taken the next turn. Tires crunching onto familiar streets. Every porch light is on. Somewhere, music is playing. As you roll back into town, the others are already there waiting, each with the same calm, glassy-eyed smile. Alright, so, with that, the car door shuts with a solid clunk that seems to echo off every wall in Willowbrook. Wayne and Janice step onto the curb, and it's like they never left. Like the hours on the road were just a half-remembered dream. The others are already gathered at the center of Main Street, Richard, John, Margaret, all standing in a neat line beneath the glow of the street lamps, faces lit in warm amber. Your eyes find Wayne and Janice, and you smile, slow, knowing, identical. A faint breeze carries the smell of bread from the bakery, fresh-cut grass from the park, and the faint tang of something metallic underneath. Above, the sky is too perfect, stars pinned in place like they've never moved. Somewhere, a bell chimes. 1, 2, 3. The storefront windows flicker for just a moment, and behind the glass, Balanced Dynamics logo blooms, not on signs, but in the reflections themselves. All around you, people step out of their houses, onto their porches, into the street. Neighbors, friends, strangers, each smiling the same smile. The same pulse rises through the air, steady and warm, the heartbeat of a place that has never let anyone truly leave. The tape recorder's voice returns, but now it's everywhere, above you, beneath you, inside your heads. Chapter complete. The streetlights flare, white, blinding, and when the light fades, it's morning in Willowbrook. Everyone is where they've always been, and the story begins again. And that, my friends, is where we end the story.
God.
You were just waiting for all of us to fail our sanity checks. weren't
No,
you?
that was the last check. I was not going to do it again.
Well,
But,
Man.
yeah, that was Delta Green.
that was a great
Oh
one.
my
Um,
god.
So
That
much
was
fun.
fun.
Delta Green's great. Definitely, please go check it out. Again, thank you to Arc Dream for giving us Delta Green, allowing us to play these 4 episodes. These are great. Who knows, if you guys like it, maybe we'll play it again. Maybe this will start being some of our extra content that goes on next year with our relaunch.
Yes, absolutely.
So, yeah, there's so many different times and parts of Delta Green that we can go to from modern to past. So, it's great. If you can get it, I definitely,
recommend it.
yeah, getting the make sure you definitely get the Handler's Guide at the very least, because there's so much in here. It's such a big book. gives you some monsters and gives you timelines and things like that. Like we didn't even really get into combat just because I wanted this to be more narrative, just because that's kind of our style. And so.
But hey, it was fun, blowing up the community center and driving the car through the house and doing all kinds of chaos.
Blowing up
Yeah.
a bakery.
And that too.
Yeah.
And making people cringe in real life because of what I did.
So yeah.
Welcome back home, Wayne.
We have a couple more one-shots for this year. I believe we still have a Halloween one-shot that we're going to be doing. And we have a amazing one-shot that actually, it's going to be a two-parter. That is Old Gods of Appalachia.
Which I will not be a part of.
That is such horror, and it's great. It's right here in our backyard.
That's why I'm not playing.
So definitely cannot wait for that. So keep in tune for that. Of course, keep in tune for Echoes of Elendor as we continue that story. And we have some other great things coming. Some secret stuff coming soon that we will start dropping hints at. We have some possible partnerships in the works. We have a lot. There's a lot that is coming. I'm pretty sure we talked about it already, but we are doing a full relaunch next year. We are basically treating next year like it is brand new. A lot of our older content from like when we first started will be removed just because of quality and things like that. So, and we want to be transparent. I want to tell why we're removing it, not just remove it. But we're doing a full relaunch. That means new system, new style, just a whole company as a whole. As you've seen, we've redone a new logo. We are relaunching Broker's Forge Dice, which is why you haven't heard anything from it, because we're kind of revamping it and going through it again. And one of the biggest exciting things that we are doing next year is the launch of Raven and Rifle Outfitters. So Raven and Rifle will be our t-shirt and merch company that blends D&D and veteran kind of things together. So it's amazing. We have some amazing designs sitting in the works, and we can't wait to put out a couple at the beginning of the year, see how they work, and then go from there. And yeah, we have a ton of exciting things, so we can't wait. And I mean, I really think the biggest thing for next year is we're going to be live again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have not been live in almost 2 years, and we are going back to live with you guys in the chat, chatting with us, affecting the game if you buy bits. Like, it's going to be amazing you guys could literally change how it works. So, yeah, it's super exciting. I mean, lighting and costumes and decorations, and guys, we're going to be dressing up, and especially for the one-shots. Oh, that's the other thing. We're starting the year next year with a one-shot. Not even our campaign. Starting next year with fucking How to Train Your Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait.
We are doing a How to
That'll
Train
be
Your
fun.
Dragon fandom one-shot as our drop for the year. Then a session 0 of our new campaign. And then the beginning of the campaign on February 8th, which is going to be amazing. So, once again, thank you everybody for listening. Thank you Arc Dream for Delta Green, and we cannot wait to bring you guys a lot more stuff. So, please join us next time as we roll the damn dice. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night.